In this one, we're making some gorgeous, luxurious, scented candles.
Christmas, cosy Christmas. This time of year is all about soft lighting. It could be that you've got fairy lights up everywhere. Maybe you're lucky enough to have a roaring log fire. Maybe it's more about the dimmer switch in your house. I'm not judging. Whatever it is about the soft lighting this time of year, making somewhere feel warm. But how do you give the gift of luxurious soft lighting? Well, making a candle. Now, one of the best things about this is that you can personalise it for the person you're giving it to, with the scent and with the thing that you're putting it in. It's also much better for the environment than, for example, a paraffin candle. It's more thrifty because, a candle can set you back about £50. I know, pricey. And one of the best things about making a candle for someone is the process itself. It's quite a meditative thing to do. I mean, it won't take you hours, but definitely it will make you slow down, be in the moment, really think about what you're doing, and that can be quite relaxing in itself. So let's start by talking about what you'll need for this.
You'll need a double boiler, which essentially is just a very small pan that fits into another pan that you've got. The essence of a double boiler is that you're not going straight to the direct source of heat. You are, cushioning it with water if you like. So that's one thing. You also need your wax. I use soy wax pellets because I like them. Essential oils in the smells that you want. Or one smell anyway. Something to stir it with. It could be a chopstick, it could be a drink stirrer, it could be a spoon, anything really. Your wicks, obviously. And whatever it is you're going to put the candle in. So I'm using this tiny little teacup. Then you're ready to start. So an easy way to remember how much wax you're going to need is by taking the receptacle, whatever it is you're going to put the candle in, and filling it twice. Because when it melts down, it will be the right amount. And that way you're not going to waste any wax pellets. So fill it twice, put it into that double boiler pan, and then you're ready to put that on the heat source. And what you'll already have on the hob is half a pan of boiling water ready for this to go on top of. This is going to take about 15 minutes, and what I'd recommend is that you just watch it and stir it every now and again. But even if you didn't, it will very likely just completely melt down in about 15 to 20 minutes. When all the wax pellets are completely melted and it just is completely liquefied, you want to remove it from the heat and just let it stand for about 10 minutes. Because if you add the fragrance oils or essential oils before that amount of time, it will essentially just burn off all the scent. So when this has had a bit of a sit, you're ready to add the essential oils. Now, I would say about 5 millilitres or a teaspoon, and you can eyeball it. I've chosen clementine, depending on how you say it. And I would say maybe like about 15 drops in there. You then want to give it a stir, and I'm using a chopstick for that. And make sure it's well stirred, but also very slowly. You don't want to add any air to this while you're stirring. And then you're ready to add the wick to the teacup. Now, what I like to do is just dip it very gently into the pan of melted wax, and then place it in the base of that teacup, and you'll find that it sets and hardens really quickly. Now, the next bit, you could use 2 chopsticks, you can use a couple of pens. I like to use this stencil because otherwise I don't really get any use out of it. And I put the wick through one of the holes in that stencil, and that just keeps it upright when I'm about to pour that wax in. So take the wax off the stove, and then very slowly pour it into the cup. And it's easier at this stage to get rid of all that wax by just giving it a quick wipe with a cloth, or alternatively put it back onto that heat source and it'll be much easier to clean later on. And then it's a case of just waiting. Now that might take about an hour. The smaller the candle, obviously the quicker it will harden, and if it's much bigger it might take a bit longer, but I would say approximately an hour, and then we'll come back to it. So it's been an hour. It's now completely hardened and ready for me to cut the wick back and also then to light it.